Hi everyone, we're back. We're here for the second hour of the Project Smart wrap, and I'm here with Michelle. She's the other Project Smart facilitator. As I mentioned in the first video, um, or the first live stream, the first hour of the first live stream, is the Frank Callen's Boys and Girls Club. Usually lead off the hour, but it's the last week of school, so we're going to change up the format and try a couple of different things to accommodate everyone's schedule since this is the last week of school, and also introduce and reintroduce what we're going to be doing for the fall. So our second hour isn't going to go the full hour. It's going to probably go about 30 minutes, but we're going to leave everything open to comments and questions. And in this past hour, I've been posting on Facebook, and you can go to YouTube if you have any questions. For the fall, we're going to include in Instagram because I understand that a lot of people are weaning away from Facebook, or they're not going to do Facebook, or they switch their platforms. A lot of people do TikTok. So we're going to change it up a little bit for the fall, but for right now, just so that we can get the basic information out and give people information, we're going to be streaming from Facebook and YouTube. So what I'm going to do is, for a brief interlude, I have a little basic video that's going to go over the templates that we used when we first started the project and how we worked from the templates that we used and how we came to create our own. Give a little bit of information about the inspiration for the applique, and talk about how we kind of build our appliques into our own designs and our own images of what we wanted to create. And then I'm going to give a little bit more information about the fall and answer some more questions. So we're not going to keep everyone on the live stream today because, like I said, this is the last week of school for a lot of people. So again, if you have any questions, just please comment us, or you can send an email to me at mstarartscreative.org, and I will put that in the banner, and again along the information how to access YouTube and everything else. So let me get this video clip going. Okay, so this is just a little bit about the projects. The print is small, but as I said, you can go to YouTube and you can get this exact same information in our live streams, which is why we did the live streams. Find out about our collaborator, the Frank Callen's Boys and Girls Club, our museum partner studios, which were which oh, which which was the Savannah African Art Museum and the Fiber Guild of Savannah. Okay, so one more thing that I'm trying to do here. Okay, there, we've got the ticker tape going. So one other thing I needed to introduce that we're doing is we are doing NFTs. Michelle, are you familiar what a non-fungible token is? Not transferable fungible token?
Not really, though. Just I've heard it said, but not.
Okay, so we produced our first one. I used the image that we used for the applique. Let me grab mine. Fell over here. I used this my little skunk fox, and what I did is the template. So the template is just basically the outline, the drawing, and then all of the way it looks without the embroidery or the beads. So with that, they have a template, and they can once they get the template, they have the copyright for it. So that means we remove this character, this animal away from uh, our our project. So I know with the kids, a lot of the times they like to keep their work, So they may not do an NFT, they may keep it. But for the ones who maybe want to do a couple of characters and figure out which ones they want, and the ones that they don't want, or the ones that they want to sell because they want to see what other people create as well, um, then they can put it as an NFT. And the options are they can turn it into a video game, they can actually create an original piece of art and sell the art, um, and then also that incorporates the technology part of it where kids are doing coding. Like I said, they're making video games, they're doing digital art, gifts, all kind of things that you can do using the technology with whatever you create during whatever series of activities we're doing for Project Smart. So like I said, this past series, which was our first one, our first launch, which was December, we worked in applique, and we got our inspiration from applique from the Abame people in Africa. And why I picked this particular type of technique and textile was because it was embroidery, and it was done on different materials. Most of the work that you'll see embroidery is done a lot on fabrics, but a lot of these embroidery applique techniques and applications are done on plant material, and that's been the basis of what we've been working on through the fall. Through last fall, so through 2020 into 2021. So I'm hoping that in the fall we'll be able to do papyrus paper. So by using the burlap, you have an idea of the coarseness. We've worked with burlap, we've worked with cardboard. Because Michelle, you did the first applique with
I did
cardboard.
that.
Did you do your
It was on paper, but it was on a thick cardstock. Yeah.
yeah, cardstock? Okay, so cardstock. I think Abigail, who's not here, she's the one who did hers. She used a little bit of cardboard in hers. Then there is, like I said, so we worked our way into the burlap, which again, uh, the idea is that you keep changing the materials so that the process becomes a little bit different. You're not doing the same, you're not using the same process every time, but you may be practicing and bettering your technique. Like if you have to use needles to do the needlework, or if you're doing embroidery, or if you're doing a hook stitch or a seed stitch, that you'll understand that you can't do that on papyrus because papyrus is a very thin paper. So you might want to do the fabric painting on papyrus as opposed to trying to needle felt it, um, or to do a type of needle stitch on papyrus. Like I said, it's a different material altogether. So we're going to go more into that when we start in the fall. But like I said, right now we're just kind of wrapping up. We're seeing where everyone is on their project. We're answering questions. And again, this isn't a production. This is an actual lifetime live stream. It's taken us 5 months to do some of these projects. A lot of times people think that, you see a 1 hour video and then you can create that in 1 hour. But when you're learning techniques, when you're practicing techniques, when you're incorporating different materials, a lot of times that takes a little bit longer than an hour. And a open studio session is almost better than an instruction or a class because you have the ability to work at your own pace. So Michelle,
Mm-hmm.
I see you were working on something.
I was working on, and I kind of started a few different projects. I did the penguin and the turtle, and I was last working on a toucan, which I went back to. So I'm not done, but I had painted this way. I painted on there, and I'm doing some embroidery of the beak and all that. So I was just putting in some eye in there, but I did paint on here. Gotta get this straight.
Right.
I did use different, like a collage of fabric for the
Right.
feathers. So they're all put on there like little feathers. And then I did use some paint, and I'm using thread, and I'm still working on this project. I feel better, like more complete, I think, on the turtle and the penguin. But
Right. So the turtle and the penguin that you started with, that was when we first started the live streams, and it was more pinpointed to have that done in a certain amount of time because we were using those to kind of prompt the kids. And it was very helpful to, as we're doing the live stream, so people that could get the idea of exactly how long it took to even just get the piece onto whatever material we were working on. And at that time, I think we were working on paper,
mhm.
so mixed media paper. So the penguin and the turtle were done on mixed media paper. So that I mean, it's windy. By that I mean this. So we used this kind of, it's not cardstock. It's not cardstock. It's mixed media paper,
Mhm.
and we collaged fabric onto it. So this is my my rhinoceros. I like it like this. I'm thinking I want to make maybe another one. I don't
Mhm.
know, but I'm still sitting on this one. So that's the material that we started out with in the first place, and that's kind of how I jumped ahead to the fall with the papyrus paper, because it is a paper, but it's a different type of material. We practiced and we sketched and we collaged and we used embroidery concepts to put together the pieces that we did on the burlap. And Michelle, could you show yours one more time?
Burlap. I was just looking for my other pieces, but I think I brought them
Yeah,
upstairs.
yeah.
So
So
yeah.
here we go. Yeah. So our final project, and this is what we're wrapping up pretty much. Our final project led us all the way to completing what we did on the mixed media paper onto the burlap. And so if you're wondering what all these live streams are about, is really it's the process, the thinking out loud, the collaborating with the different studios that feature some of our inspirations and materials that we use, and then finally gathering all those ideas and putting it into our final applique, which is also what the Frank Callan Boys and Girls Club did. Um,
I have a mask. Oh, one of the ears came off.
you have one ear.
Yeah, the
You
mask
will
that we
do.
made. Yeah, we do a little. I'll do like this.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah,
Turtle.
yeah. So we did. Yeah. There we go.
Mhm.
We did mass too. We did quite a few different things. And like I said, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put everything on the C development. You can access that at the mstarartscreative.org. And again, I will put all of that information. Um, I will make all of that information available uh, in the YouTube infographics, because we'll do an infographic for this. And if anyone has any questions, like I said, you can just contact me at mstarartcreative@gmail.com, and it's MSTAR arts ARTS creative CREATIVE at gmail.com if you have any questions. Um, Okay, so we're gonna make this even shorter than 30 minutes to wrap it up. So I want to thank you guys for following along with us, and I hope that you enjoyed learning about the different techniques, exploring them on your own, and kind of visualizing with us how the project ended up. So again, we'll be looking forward to seeing everyone in the fall of 2021.
Is that going to be September, do you think? or October?
October. So we're doing winter. I call it winter two. Well, winter one, because winter two goes into the new year.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So we're gonna do fall, fall two, and winter one. So we're gonna start in October and end in December. So the first week of December.
Okay.
So all of September, again, everyone's acclimating back to school. So it's kind of like you're thinking of it as like the last week of school is going to be like the first week of school, because we're transitioning into not really knowing what the classrooms are going to look like. Some kids may still remain virtual learners. They may do hybrid. Um, you know, we're hoping that everyone's back in the classroom, but again, I believe some people are going to have the option, or they may have just liked learning this way and may want to continue. So we're going to leave this option open again for everyone through the fall. And so if you like the virtual open studio platform, then we will be here, and we will have more studio partners and probably a few more videos for anyone who is interested. Okay. Okay. All right. So we'll see you guys in the fall.
Bye.